Now, there's an approach to waking up to the awareness that's here, which is in many different traditions. It's called inquiry, and it's an interest in what's true. And when the waves are somewhat quiet, we inquire by kind of putting in a question like, well, who am I? Or who or what is aware right now? Who's listening? And the key is to ask and then just open the attention in a very wide way. So we're not trying to grasp onto what's there, because if there's any tightness, what'll happen is we'll just come up with another idea of a self. It'll be an image in a sense that's more contracted, not the vastness. The Tibetans say that the seeing of no thing is the supreme seeing. And we're going to practice in a moment. But I want to name the last part of that is you inquire, you ask that question with pure interest. And then there's what's called the backward step, which is being the awareness. Just relaxing back from any platform of thought, any holding, any resisting, into that pure being. And if another construct arises, and by that I mean another thought, another image, another object that we're taking as self, just to see and relax back again into what's here. Let's take a pause to practice for a few moments this inquiry and this relaxing back. The understanding is if you're in any way really stirred up, you'll hear the words and just be with yourself in a kind way. But if there's some quietness, this is a practice for turning towards and being awareness. And as we often do, you might start by letting the attention go inward and taking a few full breaths to gather and be right here. Let your senses be wide open so that you're aware of the sensations in your body. And with real receptivity, widen and listen to the sounds that are here, letting them wash through. And with the listening, to inquire, who or what is aware of this? What is listening? Gently turn the attention with interest to notice, what is it? What's here? What's listening? And with whatever's experienced, relax back and just be that. Again, listening. And the inquiry. Who or what is listening right now? Just turn the attention. What's here? And if you have a sense of a self that's listening, sense where the self is located. Do you have a sense of a self that's somewhere in the front of the head or in the middle of the brain or hovering around the body? Just get a felt sense of that self. And then notice what is witnessing the self. What's knowing and witnessing that self? And what is aware of the witness? Sensing awareness through your whole being, around you, everywhere. Relax back, dissolve into. So, friends, I invite you again to simply be curious. This is something you can practice anytime it gets quieter, sounds or sensations. Just ask, who's aware? What's listening? What's feeling? So these are the different ways that we can begin to become aware of our own beingness, of awareness, and then inhabit fully what we are. And a reminder that very, very common with inquiry when we say, who's aware, that there's some part of us that goes, well, me, of course, because it's such a deeply grooved habit to have an identification with a me. But then get curious, well, where is that sense of self located? Is there a habit of sensing somewhere in the middle of the brain is really the center of who you are? And then, well, what's aware of that? What's witnessing that? And maybe you have a sense of a witness somewhere in front of you beaming down. And then what's aware of that witness? Begin to sense the light and the awareness that's just everywhere. Inside you, around you, through you, everywhere. And then relax and be that. The direct experience of awareness, like dipping into the indigo dye, the more you have that experience, the more you trust that that is more the truth of who you are than any of the habitual ways of thinking about yourself, any of the self definitions that actually have limited and confined your experience. Because there's a profound freedom that comes with recognizing what we are. There's a fearless heart. There's a not tensing against what's next anymore. We're free to live with wonder and clarity and care.